We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, I know it's right. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, I know it's right. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. steady stream, but you gotta keep on going. You gotta live that dream. I know I ain't supposed to feel it, but oh how it feels. Nothing ever comes to me, yeah, in a steady stream, but you gotta keep on going. You gotta live that dream. I know I ain't supposed to feel it, but oh how it feels. Instead of letting it go, I let it stay.
welcome back to another exciting SMITE Global Series. We're here for the conclusion of Oceania this week in Phase 2. Obviously, in the summer, things are going to be changing up. But today, the top 2 teams who made it through Phase 2 in Oceania will go head-to-head for some nice prizing here today.
And it's no surprise, Uyghur and Servo, they're again. They're here every week, it feels like, and they continue to look better and better as they've progressed through the SMITE Global Series.
What about the Dank Salami? Have you seen them before?
I can't say I have. I'm excited to see exactly just how dank they are.
Me too. I guess that's the only thing we can say about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'd actually want to eat dank salami, if I'm being honest.
Why?
I like salami a lot, but
yeah.
Dank is not something that I want to consume.
That's
necessarily.
Fair. That's fair. It's picks and bans we go.
Maybe
there.
I'm too old. You know, maybe that's what all the cool kids are doing these days, eating their dank lunch meats. But I just want some.
You just want
nice
straight Lunchables, not dank Lunchables.
Exactly. See, you understand.
Gotcha. I getcha. Picks and bans are coming through. Servo will be first pick, first ban. Salami with the counter. We're going to see the Achilles band away. And the Circuit. What's available, Ryan? What are we expecting here?
Giannis. Thank you. There it is. Yeah, that should be an easy first pick there. But there's still plenty of mid laners open. I mean, you've still got Thoth available. You could go for the raw sort of sustain if that's what you want to go for. But Thoth seems to be the call. Not a bad one, but you do lose a little bit of pressure here in the mid lane with this pick. But Robin can make up for it, so I like it paired there.
Is it just Thoth's early game start to fall off a little bit now? People are not strong on it anymore?
It's still good. It's still better than it used to be with the addition of Mage's Blessing and how it interacts with Glyph of Pain, but you're not getting that until level 2 if you're foregoing your dash, level 3 if you're actually leveling your escape at level 2, and by that time Giannis has 2 points in Unstable Vortex. He's clearing just as well as you are, so it's still like Thoth is never going to be the pressure pick in the mid lane. He'll still bring the great late game, though.
Nemesis and Fafnir to join Servo's Giannis and Jing Wei in response from Salami. So a bit of escapability from Salami to try and get away from this Nemesis, but the slows will still be impactful.
Yeah, Giannis Nemesis is a scary combo because even if you try and get away with some of that mobility, if Nemesis can't catch up with that dash, then Giannis can provide a portal to make sure that she's right back on top of you. The Jingwei pick makes a lot of sense, though, because that is the character that can create the most distance between herself and Nemesis, so I like that.
I do like the bands of Rama and Hoyi as well by Salami here. Looks like we've got a bit of a try-hard game coming out. A lot of people probably would have looked at Servo and gone, well, we're not going to win this one.
Right.
But maybe Salami have some dankness to them in the game too.
I like it. You got to have that mindset at least that you're going to be able to come out and at least be competitive in these sorts of games, because if you expect to lose, then you're going to lose. There's no question about it.
The way it's going to be. The Sobek pick for Salami, something in the solo lane we've seen a lot of this season. However, Nemesis can just cause a couple of problems for that. So going to have to play around that Nemesis ultimate a little bit better.
And I love the Bologna pick because of that, because that gives the kill potential in that lane. Now with the Nemesis coming over, usually Sobek is very safe. Bologna, a pressure god in that solo lane that can take advantage of a lead if Nemesis can come over and give her one.
Ganesh is the last pick, and that is it. Where's your money on for game 1? Looking at these
Servo.
Points? Really?
Yeah.
Is that based off the playstyle, really?
Yeah, they've just looked so good so far. I mean, it's been consistently Uyghur and Servo that looks like they are the best team in this region right now. And Vision Eyes is one of those dudes that we're just constantly are talking about how well he's been playing.
Ah, I see why they've called themselves Dank Salami now. They've got Damo the Dank in the mid lane.
But where's the salami?
I'm not going to say it on broadcast, but we all know where it might be.
We'll find it.
It's on his nose.
Come on.
It's on his nose. Look, he's playing Toph. Toph has got a huge nose. It's basically a piece of salami.
That's not what I was. You could have said he was eating a sandwich with salami on it.
He's got a salami nose.
Could have said he was making a salami panini.
Why? What's wrong with what I said?
I just don't think it was particularly appropriate.
How? Is he got a salami nose? That's inappropriate?
No, I think that you were being a little bit, you were implying something a little bit appropriate at the beginning. And
I think that's just you being dirty-minded, young lad. That's all I'm saying.
I suppose you're right.
Blinks for the junglers at the start of this game. No real surprise. A lot of aggression in the early stages. That's what you want from your assassin.
Oh, Sean realizing what's happening here, but Sprint and Blink, Slice and Dice, steals away the speed buff, and now Jungler is in some trouble, aptly named, but he should be able to escape. Destinate, I wonder if Salami's going to keep pushing this, but Tail Whip was the pick for Sean at level 1, so he doesn't have Charge of Prey to pluck and Vision Eyes back in.
I love the fact that Vision Eyes just walks up, blinks, gets it, and walks away, leaving the Fafnir behind like, peace, nope. I did my due diligence and got the buff, and now I'm out. Peace.
Well, Taco and I talked about this last week, or earlier this week maybe. It was, in terms of objective importance, it goes speed buff, red buff, Titan, Fire Giant, blue buff, Gold Fury.
For a team or for a jungler?
For anyone. For a team, yeah.
Okay.
For individual players.
For a jungler, I think it goes speed buff, enemy back harpies on the speed buff side, you know, and then after that, we'll go from there.
Could be. I mean, enemy harpies is pretty important, but it's not a buff. You know, I guess we were talking about buffs overall, but yeah, you're right. I think that you could probably make the argument.
Everything outside of back harpies and the speed buff not important to a jungler.
Agreed.
Gold Fury, Fire, you know, a little bit. It's on the list, but it's not high on the list.
If you get them, you get them. But it's the speed buff's the most important one for sure.
So a quick pause coming out here as it looked like the Ganesh had a bit of an issue there. We'll be back in game momentarily. And as it started, it's already up a little bit of an advantage for Servo here with them managing to steal away that speed buff. And no real response just yet from the Salamis.
No, not yet, but it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it does certainly hurt the Robin in the early game that he's not going to be able to rotate around the jungle as quickly as Envisionize will be able to. And Swifty was able to pick up his own team speed buff because of that start. So certainly a good start right now for Uyghur and Servo, but the Salami are still in it.
Small little gank attempt coming out from Ganesha there, but Anher's not really scared. He's already leveled 2 by getting the solo farm. Ganesha Jingwei just did not provide the extra, well, push power, I should say, or pressure in this lane to deal with the 1v2 situation.
Damo, the dank, the man himself,
ooh, if that would have
just able to sneak out of the way of the Unstable Vortex. No, even with the double hit, that would have put him about 1 HP. Yeah, he would have needed at least 1 or 2 more autos to finish him, but still had the Aegis and was able to hold on to it. Good confidence there to just sidestep the ability.
Well, for you guys at home as well, recognize that each of those little blocks of health at the top represent 100 health. So
it's true. I didn't know that up until like last year.
It's one of those small things that you just recognize as time goes on. But yeah, 100 health. So you can kind of get an idea of how many health bars they've got before they disappear. As you can see, that was about 75. That was about another 75. And that's 25. Yeah, we're slowly whittling down Envisionize there.
Well, Envisionize down below half HP. About 300 HP in total for the young jungler. But with the speed buff up for Dank Salami, he wanted to invade it yet again. But even with that early invade, jungler actually had the level lead, was sitting at level 3 at that point to Envisionize's level 2. So Dank Salami defend their most important objective.
Well, Destinate there went aggressive, but couldn't find the hammer. He split the uprights, and the uprights were pretty close together there, but unfortunate. As the dash comes through from Blade Anderson, not to connect there at all. Warlock Sash coming out for Damo the Dank after his boots by the looks of it, and then Swifty, more than likely the Kronos Pendant. 2 standardized builds we've seen many times before.
Do you think that Blade Anderson's name is actually Blade Anderson?
No. It's like Jeff Hindler isn't really Jeff Hindler's name.
Right-hand side, Strive in a bit of trouble. Gang coming through from jungler, but only level 4 for the Bologna. Pluck is good, but jungler, I don't know if he's going to have the cooldowns to finish this.
Honestly, the disarm really helped him there just to slow him down, but I still think he will fall down at the end of this.
Yep.
Jungler getting the kill against Strive. First blood, the way of the Salamis.
All right, so good start there, and jungler kind of sticking true even after that level 1 little bit of cheese action from Uyghur and Servo. It's certainly one of those situations where junglers can get tilted pretty easily from having something like that happen to them, but clearly Robin doing a good job of keeping himself in it mentally and ends up finding the first blood on the right-hand side, and that means that he gets to finish off his warrior tab on that first back with that extra bit of gold.
Bit of a power spike for Servo coming through slowly as they're all reaching level 5 a little bit quicker than their opposition. Swifty was there for a while at level 5, and so is the Anher in the left-hand side. Reagan level 5 too. And was doing a good job of freezing the wave there. I did like the call, just try and slow down Salami getting any farm possible.
Reagan honestly has the potential to take a 2v1 right now with no ultimates on the duo lane side for the Dank Salami. So that's why you see them, even with the man advantage, kind of backing up, just securing their purple buff. They need to hit 5 sooner rather than later because Anher's got serious kill potential when he's got that ultimate advantage.
Yeah, I got to take the safe way back through the jungle there with the pressure coming out from Destinate. And Swifty going to head back to base now, more than likely finish off those boots. Will it be the Shoes of Focus or will it be the Magi's boots?
Could be I expect the Magi's boots, but I mean Wolfie's been going for Shoes of Focus in the EU SPL quite a bit. I think that in this sort of game, I'd rather have the pet.
Talking about Wolfie, though, I did test out his build that he ran yesterday as well. You know the Shaman's Ring first item build?
Yeah.
That worked out really well. Bit of aggression on the left, though. Nice Impale comes out. Jingwei dashes away, but dashes away to her death. Caught him.
Reagan actually impaled Blaine through the Jingwei and got the kill that way. That was awesome. Swifty shoots off the ultimate, but it doesn't get here quite in time. That was a sick play by Reagan to find that kill in the dual lane, using the support's body to get that kill. Nicely done. But yeah, Shaman's Ring's OP. I've been preaching it for a while.
It's really good. I was messing around with it yesterday. I carried the game.
Ooh, look at you.
I know, I was really proud. I was something like, I think it was like 15-1 and 17 or something in a ranked game.
Wow.
Just want to let you all know that I did lose the majority of my ranked games yesterday playing support. Don't play support if you can help it when you're doing your qualifiers.
Well, you were solo queued, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, solo queue support is a dark world.
It's a hard life.
It is.
I learned the hard way.
I feel for you. There, I do.
So then I went Poseidon mid and went, you know what? Let's see how Wolfie was doing with this ring. And that ring is great.
So now every time you pick Poseidon, we're going to talk about your 15-1 performance for the next few months, right?
The dream, right? That's the best case scenario. Or realistically, it'll probably be something like, I don't know, 4, 4, and 9.
Yeah. I mean, that's
I'm a realist, you know.
Hey,
I always have been.
Not bad.
Nice is pretty good. I mean, Jungle Isolation. I went his whole build as well, just to see how it felt.
I loved that build. I thought it was very well crafted to doing what Rival wanted him to do in that particular game, which was control areas of the jungle, and he did it well.
Well, that's enough about Wolfie. It's 2-1 so far. Salami up a little bit in terms of kills, but not in gold. The gold is definitely the way of Servo, as is the experience. Something that kind of expected coming into this. You were saying yourself, you've got confidence in Servo here today with their performances so far in the SMITE Global Series. Yeah,
they've looked really, really good. I mean, there's also the other teams in the region that have looked pretty solid as well. I'm thinking of the guys with Mingyu. He's been playing pretty well as of late, but Uyghur and Servo seems to be gaining some momentum in this region and have been coming out on top pretty often now.
And the Global Series in the summer will be heading towards a league now, so we'll see how the league works out. 4 teams from each region will compete on a weekly basis. We'll be broadcasting some of the best of each of those regions to keep you up to date on what's going on in their leagues, and the winners will have a chance to come to the LAN, like some of them will be doing shortly, for the spring LAN that's coming up to take on some of the best of EU and North America.
Blink for blink there in the jungle, but Jungler also used his ultimate in that exchange. I'm going to be honest, okay? The first time I was like, oh, his name's Jungler. That's nice. I kind of like it because he's the jungler, but now I hate it. I'm already over it.
I mean, Fails did that as well, you remember?
Yeah, I know, and I didn't like it then either.
No. It's not very smart, is it? It's like, oh, who plays jungle for your team? Oh, jungler. Oh, really? His name's Jungler? Yeah.
It's like a who's on first sort of situation, but infinitely less funny.
I bet it doesn't work out very well if he plays ranked, does it? Because, like, hey, what if he doesn't get jungle? What happens then? Jungle playing
I feel
support?
it's like one of those, like, well, you have to give me jungle. My name's Jungler.
Jungler's one of those?
Yeah.
100%. No. He's a Raven player too, but working towards more than likely, is it going to be Jotuns you expect here?
I think it'll probably be Crusher, but I would prefer to see it be a Jotuns.
Yeah.
I think that the CDR really lends itself well to Robin's kit. You get more overhead kicks, you get more Mystic Rushes, and look, everyone wants to have their ultimate up more often, but it's really that overhead kick that you want up as often as possible to make sure that you can be in and out of combat very effectively. But it's completely standard to go for the Crusher first item. I just am kind of a fan of picking that up a little bit later because it has a scaling component on it. You get more benefit the more power you have. So I prefer Jotuns, Boots, and Crusher.
But it's more damage. It's more damage every single time you use an ability.
Right, through the first rotation, yes. But with the if you can get a second rotation off because of that 20% CDR, you're gonna have far more damage from the Jotun's Wrath.
Oracle's going to go to Servo here, who are just farming a little bit better and showing the experience nicely. You can see that Swifty's already at level 10 in this mid lane. 2-level lead over Damo the Dank.
That's that Yana's pressure that we were talking about. Now Damo's in some trouble. Gets Nem ulted in the mid lane. Aegis is good. His dash is already down, and so is he. And Vision Eye is not just number 2.
3-man collapse. However, Jungler's here again, and last time he turned around the kill in favor of his team to make it 1-for-1. Not to be this time round, but good work on this right-hand side from It's Your Boy, Sean, defending his blue buff.
That's my boy, Sean. Was able to steal it away. I guess so. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice, do I? It's his name.
And Vision Eyes is hanging out in the jungle here. I don't think Ganesh even saw that coming. But this could be a terrible timing situation because around the corner, Reagan solo. That didn't need the help from Vision Eyes. And Vision Eyes still has all his kit available. Gonna force out the ultimate there from Anderson on the defense.
Very, very close there for the dual lane to both fall, but Reagan was all over that. Kill thought that he was the one setting up the surprise gank, but You can't, even if you've got someone coming, you can't really eat an entire Desert's Fury to the mouth like that. That was...
It doesn't taste good, I'll tell you.
I can't imagine that it does. Sand in the mouth is not a particularly pleasing situation.
Then again, they do eat dank salami, I guess. So, same sort of level? Probably not.
Every time you say dank salami, I just think of like salami that's kind of gone bad.
That's what I'm thinking too. Jungler took a lot of damage.
Nice.
A double portal, what does it mean? Uses the space and time. Deleted. Swifty. Well, that was pretty good.
That was
not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
That was a nice double portal there. Not often that you get to hit 2 people with that very difficult to confirm CC. Yeah, and immediately start channeling the ult. It just blasts him right in the face with it. Great play there from Swifty.
Brutal situation, and with Kronos Pendant, that will be back up sooner than you could expect. Gold Fury could be looked at now, though, by Servo with the mid laner and jungler dead and the wave pushed in the tower. And pushing the left-hand side. Reagan's going to be a little bit late to it, but this should be relatively free. I don't think they're going to be able to get here in time to stop it. Nice little attempt over the wall from Anderson. But Mr. Anderson not going to find the target.
It was the right idea there from Mr. Anderson.
You like that?
I did like that. Yeah. Now I'm imagining Ganesh in a like an all-black suit with the sunglasses on.
He knows Kung Fu.
That'd be pretty crazy. Dude, he would beat some people up with 4 arms as an elephant and a trunk. Like, if he knew Kung Fu to the level of Mr. Anderson, every god would be in trouble.
Man, that would be really scary. I'm just imagining Ganesha doing a cartwheel now, and as he's doing a cartwheel, he's upside down, grabs you with his trunk by the leg and flips you, and then punches you in the face. Oh,
yeah, that's
amazing.
That's scary stuff. Now I'm imagining, like, if we could make it so that Ganesh's model did, like, Robin abilities, where he would, like, overhead kick and do the Prana Onslaught and that kind of stuff.
Technically, that's what Raven is. Raven has 1,000 hand attacks.
That's true.
Right? And, like, the animations...
Actually, I think it's only 100.
I mean, 100,000, what's the difference when you're losing the game anyway? Pyromancer going to go down here and wave Servo as well as the Gold Fury, so this just extends their lead a little bit more so. Definitely domination from the mid laner and the Hunter. They were the two that got an early lead in this game, and they've capitalized on it so far. Rough situation for the Salami to be in right now.
Certainly, and they just seem like they're a step behind everywhere that WeGarn Server wants to be. They go to the Gold Fury, and Dank Salami have the right idea. They're just a little bit late to it. Same with Pyromancer. It's just a little bit too quick to respond, or too slow to respond, rather, for Dank Salami so far. So hopefully they can realize that they're a little bit late to these objectives. They got to try and get there soon.
Desert Fury through the wall, looking to steal away that buff. And with that, they'll head back towards farming once again. Tower's already at about 90% HP on that side, so taking a bit of a chunk already at 30 minutes in. But a rotation coming from jungler, and Reagan just going to back away, a little bit worried about some aggression.
Unfortunate there for WeGarn Servo that they didn't get that purple buff. I mean, that was...
It's close.
That's through a Desert's Fury. You have like a... How many frame window between each spear of Desert Fury to secure that purple buff? That was well done by the Dank Salami.
Really like the call from Kill88 here as well to actually go for this Igval just to try and catch up and put some pace on, but Ganesh is already dead.
Wrong
Mr.
way,
Anderson,
brother.
He's not going to find the answer he was after this time. Jumps straight into a hammer, forces the beads, means kills in trouble, but a nice flip from jungler could turn the tides of battle. Still looking to pick up the kill, but the slows from Reagan really making an impact. Ooh. On the backside of this, Swifty comes in for the cleanup crew, takes out kill, and then on top of that, jungler left alone ends up dying. Damo the Dank could not get there in time.
Doesn't even use the ultimate to try and finish off Envision Eyes, who is certainly in kill threshold for that final judgment. It's the same thing that I was just saying. It just feels like Dank Salami have the right idea. They're just responding a little bit too slowly.
Is it always a problem, though? Like, what I find with mid laners sometimes is they always want to hold the ult for the kill. Always.
Yes.
Instead of just like, hey, I could do 40% of your health right about now, and that could really turn the fight and get my team aggressive.
Agreed. No, it's definitely a rookie mistake for a lot of mid laners who want to do just the
So why do you still do it? I've seen your streams.
Because I'm trying to make the highlight plays.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm trying to pop off for the boys. You know, I'm trying to make plays. But in a competitive setting, it's absolutely right to not hold your ultimate for kill secure, but to just make sure that the fight is going your way. I'm a Monster is a prime example of an ability that shouldn't always be used just for the reset capability. A lot of times you just need the damage from it. And we've seen Achilles players use their ultimate in that way, just as outright damage confirm. a lot of the time, and I think that's why we've seen more success for Achilles as players have started to realize that that might just be the better option most of the time.
Interested in Mr. David Blaine Anderson's build here, going on the Ganesha into the Midgardian male first item. Generally, it's a pretty solid item, but you do want some auras for your team for the most part, at least to try and support them. A bit more individualized, this one.
More a sovereignty, or a Gauntlet of Thieves probably would have been too slow. A Heartward Amulet, Swifty's already hitting so hard that you can certainly use one at this point. I mean, he just chunked down Mr. Anderson to about half HP, so I agree with you. I think that an aura would have been more cost efficient and given more return for the Ganesh.
I will say Swifty's come a long way since the early days of me watching him play. I did cast him over in Oceania once upon a time, and his skill level's definitely gone up in this region. Put a lot of effort in. You can really see it. 3-0 and 2 has that soul gem online now as well. So an item that's kind of fallen from grace over in Europe and North America, but still definitely viable.
Certainly on a god like Giannis as well, who can consistently get that stacked up quickly, as Kill's in a lot of trouble here. Swifty finds Damo in the mid lane, and Jungler could be next.
Got him.
Space of time hits. Nice shot there.
Got it.
from
See, even the
Swifty.
cameraman knew. He faded away like,
Yep.
yeah, I know that's hit. No one needs to see this. Gold Fury respawns, and We Gone Servo gonna head over there to pick it up.
That's it's kind of like the cool guys don't look at explosions, but the cameraman.
Yeah. It's like Agony walking away after he drops a bomb like, yeah, you're dead.
Exactly.
I love doing that.
That's a good feeling, isn't it?
That and Kukulkan. They're the two that you can throw the ult and go, all right, peace.
You know what's even better than either of those?
What?
Zeus Detonate.
No, that's not skillful.
What do you mean? You got to get the charges on them.
It's about as skillful as New Warrow.
Okay, it's definitely harder
Same
to get
level.
the new wall.
Same level.
Because you can't just press 3 in base and do a bunch of damage.
I mean, nowadays it's really easy to get those stacks as well.
As it should be. And he should get his stun back,
No,
but that's besides the
stop
point.
pushing for that. Every time me and you cast it, he's always
It's not
Zeus
just you.
Oh,
I
you
bring
do
it up
everyone.
almost every cast now, yeah.
Tell you what, if we're going to give Zeus his stun back, let's give Bastet her immunity during pounce.
Okay.
And Agony's dash immunity back too.
In on the Agni, no on Bastet.
Is it because it's
I
not a
play
mage?
Agni.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a feeling it would be.
Yeah, I play a lot of Agni, so yeah, I'm down with that.
I
No,
know-
in all seriousness, that would be bad.
Pressure in the jungle. Mr. Anderson under pressure again. Has to drop the Dharmic Pillars. But those pillars do not keep him alive from a 3-man rotation. And now the Crocodile is not going to smile. He's going to get run down potentially here. Will they dev the tower? No respect from Servo here. It is a Sobek after all. But no respect from Reagan as he's looking to try and find a kill 2v1. Low on mana, but he is swinging.
Oh, up and down with the jump as well.
Ow,
One more auto will do it to the Jingwei.
Stop!
Jungler,
They're just children!
you're next.
They're just children! Leave them alone!
That was brutal there for the Dank Salami. Great play from Reagan. Only missed a handful of auto attacks there. Every other one very, very accurate. Well played.
Best item on her is always going to be Executioner.
Yep.
Such a big power spike. Goes so nice with your passive, and everybody underestimates it. You know, I didn't know Desert Fury for a long time applied the passive. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always somebody in Smite that you don't know, even if you think, you know, you've been around for a long time. There's always little things.
It's true. That's the little tiny interactions. I learned one the other day, but I can't remember what it was. I'll remember eventually.
Reginald does damage?
No, what?
Oh, sorry, because when I think about your professional play, like, you couldn't do any damage with it, so I was
yeah.
like,
Nice. Yeah, good one. Yeah.
I thought you might have learned that by now, you know?
I did learn that, yeah, but that was a while ago.
Yeah.
I learned it by
Still
game
not-
2 of that one set.
You did. I still won't go back to that because that was the most
I remember-
awful Raijin performance I've ever seen. And I
remember
called
that-
you out for it.
I remember that set very well. I remember almost every professional game I played. That game we
So
lost
6.
to Most Wanted because Wolves 3v1 zoned us in the mid lane while the rest of his team took Gold Fury. That's why we lost game 1.
Feels good.
Game 2, Chapo and Brochacho fed early, but I got huge and carried anyways because I'm sick.
19 minutes in and the Fire Giant started up. Is the weakened version of the Fire Giant? Will the steal happen? Mr. Anderson was looking for it, but instead, it wasn't Mr. Anderson at all. It was Sobek. My apologies.
Yeah, that's your boy Sean. Come on.
Our apologies, Sean. I didn't mean that whatsoever. Ultimate forced out thanks to a nicely timed Eagles rally. In the mid lane, though,
Goodbye.
Damo
Dank.
the Dank was trying to get the tier 1 tower, and instead he found another trip back to the fountain. This is an awkward position for the Salamis to be in.
It's certainly not a dank one for them at all. You're staring down the barrel of a big gun right now because We Gone Servo is just off to a massive, massive lead. I mean, almost every carry on WeGone Servo is level 20 already.
Yeah, now they're going to look for a Phoenix. Mr. Anderson falls through a portal to his doom, as does the Sobek. With Sobek still alive for now. Jingwei forced out with the airstrike. In goes everybody, including the carries. Reagan getting himself another kill. That puts him on 5. The Phoenix is starting to be chipped away at, and, well, this is looking great for Servo.
Are they going for the end here? I mean, mid-Phoenix isn't an option. Yeah, they're trying to end this in 20 minutes, and it looks like they're going to do it.
They have a nice big lead, and that's a pretty good sign of things. Still a tier 1 tower up in the mid lane, but they won't even need to bring that down. All the other Phoenixes. Game 1 to WeGone Servo.
And no doubt about it. That's for sure. That was clean smite right there from WeGone Servo.
Good little start for them, and best of 3, so a bit of a chance for Salami to answer back. I guess they need to first of all start with defending that speed at the beginning.
Yeah, I'd imagine there will be a ward there, or Sean will be sitting around. Look, Sean played very well. I mean, he didn't have any problems in that solo lane. Now, when Vision Eyes didn't head over there at all to potentially give him problems, but was able to hold his own on the 1v1. If I'm on Dank Salami, I'm probably asking us to change our team name, and after that, I'm probably going to try and give Sean some sort of pressure pick in that solo lane. Probably give Damo a better pick in the mid lane to give him some pressure, because Swifty was all over the place on that Giannis.
Salami will be the first pick, first ban this time round. See if things change up there. It means they could potentially either ban the Giannis or take it for themselves.
That's a great start. That would certainly be a good start for them, because Swifty, you can't give it to him again after that performance.
Look really solid on that too, and I guess you got to worry about Reagan, because if you can play Anhe's one of the base hunters, I'd say, in terms of all around brings everything you need.
Exactly. It's one of those spots where you're like, do we really have to ban on her? No, we can't afford to really do that. So we're just gonna have to try and handle it this time around, and maybe give a more aggressive lane matchup there for kill.
Definitely a switch up here then. Salami's gonna go back to the Toth once more, but Servo gonna get the Nemesis and Fafnir once more. So already we're getting a very similar composition.
I mean, Vision Eyes played so well on the Nemesis. Why wouldn't he want to go back to it? A little surprised that Serket wasn't the pick. He plays that pick a decent amount and was banned in game 1, was open this time around. But if the hand's hot, no need to change it up. The Nemesis pick worked beautifully last game.
Will be a bit of a difference in the jungle, though, for Salami, and in the Hunter role, too. They had Jingwei last time round, and the Raven. This time, Susano and Hogi. The Raven was banned away.
Ooh, Isis this time for Swifty in the mid lane. I'm always down to see some Isis play. I think that she's one of the most fun gods to watch at a competitive level.
So Spirit Balls, man.
Exactly. And if you can get off to a lead like WeGone Servo did in game 1, Isis feels so hard to play against, because she's doing 1 million damage and has great control in the team fights.
Let's see how she works out this game. Ganesha and Athena banned out by Servo here. Back out to Salami for their last ban. They banned a Hunter, probably another one. Ramet? No.
Anher. Yeah.
The Anher ban will come through.
Yeah, but this leaves open Hachiman, who was open last game, so you could see that, but Ram is open, and I'm a little surprised to not see Hachiman with how aggressive Reagan wanted to play in the early game. Hachiman was the pick.
Ram said, "Feel my Ram."
Was that it?
I thought that's what it sounded like.
Was it Wrath?
Maybe it was Wrath. It sounded like Ram. That's what I was like, "Feel my Ram." And I'm like, wait, he says, "Feel myself." Like, that doesn't make sense.
Feel my Wrath.
Odin, though, I do like that little pick up there. Shuts down
nice.
Isis, Nemesis, and Rama inside that ring. Nice little adjustment there from Salami in the support role. See what they can do, though, because last game, Servo kind of left in 2v1 for Reagan, and they didn't really punish that.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to be Odin in the solo lane for our boy Sean, because this could give him that little bit of pressure in the lane. But Cullen has a pretty good matchup against anybody in the solo lane, just has the great pressure. Yeah, I think that maybe just letting Sean go back to the Sobek and putting Odin in support might be the right call.
Well, let's get into this game then. Find out if Servo can close this out 2-0 nice and quick this week, or will Salami extend this a little bit longer?
I don't know, man. WeGone Servo has looked so good for quite some time now, and Dank Salami seem to be a little bit behind still on where they want to be on the map. And this sort of draft from WeGone Servo has the opportunity to punish that even harder, potentially, than their last draft did. I mean, Ice is so good in that early stage. Cullen can fight early very well in addition to that. So it's going to be tough for the Dank Salami.
Swifty starting off with the Book Rush, which, well, not a Book Rush, but like starting off the book means he could be going Book of Tough or the Soul Weaver. I'm not so sure about that, but an invade from Servo. Going to meet Envision Eyes here. Envision Eyes going to get plucked. They're level 1. Puts him in a lot of trouble. He did actually take an ability. One more hit will do it, and it's your boy. We'll get first blood.
That upgraded sprint Sobek gets in position to auto attack down the nemesis. Yeah, and Vision Eyes just can't level an ability there. You got to be able to realize you're in trouble, level up Swift Vengeance, and get out of there in time.
And shouts to Sean because he's got his team a kill. He got himself first blood as well, which does help, but he got his pluck, which means got to put him in a deficit at the beginning of this game in terms of trying to do anything with wave clear.
And Sean learned that lesson in game 1, right? Where Envision Eyes goes past him, is able to get that speed buff, and then because Sean didn't have pluck, was able to escape. So this time, Sean teaches the lesson to Envision Eyes that he had to learn in game 1.
Salamis have come out swinging a little bit better this time round. You can see a bit of aggression from the dual lane here. It's actually making sure that we have Destinate on this left-hand side now. But with the wave pressure going in their favor with that Rama, they're going to be able to look to invade and steal away this purple buff. Red also an option for them as well if they want to so choose, but minion wave coming, more than likely not.
This time, the Isis in the mid lane means that Swifty doesn't really need any potential help or push power. He can kind of take care of that all by himself. So I like Destinate coming over to this left-hand side because Ram's level 1 late wave clear, very good because he has access to all 5 astral arrows. After that, though, as he loses those astral arrows, he loses his clear pretty heavily.
Oh, Ricochet. Would have been a double tap if he didn't jump away there, Destinate, but gets away to safety. In the jungle, though, red buff being contested and engaged from jungler.
Ooh, could be looking for Envision Eyes here. Don't know if he has a dash
Rotations
available. Here comes kill, but they're only still level 1.
Oh, that Spirit Ball was huge. Just denied the angle from Dank Salami, keeping the pressure on, keeping him in combat so he can't blink. And you saw the pincer move coming in, the dual lane and the mid lane, and we're about to join in and try and find that pick.
Smart play there from Swifty just to use that. You don't have to hit that Spirit Ball, and that's one of the strongest tools of Spirit Ball is that you could put your enemies in a position where they either have to get hit by it or they put themselves out of position or you have to stop their chase like we saw there. It's just such a big ability that it really dictates the enemy's movement so well.
And Spirit Ball, one of those abilities, a nice little block actually as we tune to KO, taking a bit of damage on this right-hand side. Was KO in game 1?
I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't think so.
We didn't watch a lot of the solo lane.
Yeah, I know. I don't think it was KO.
So.
I don't think it was KO. That's why I'm like, okay, I think they've had a little bit of a roster change there, Servo, in game 2. And now KO could be AO under pressure, but he'll be A-OK.
One of those where maybe he's like a Cucullin main, and whenever Uyghur and Servo get Cucullin,
I wish we had
tag
that.
him in.
We need that in the subs role, you know, just like
the old
specialists.
The old Eager squad joke that whenever they would get a ROM, they would give it to Marvels. Yeah, that
never happened though.
Never happened, and
they should be specialists.
Marvels is a good ROM player, but that was the right call.
That's true. There should be specialists. Oh, bit of pressure here. Odin just bought off more than he can chew. Just hanging around there. I'm not sure what that positioning really was. Has to be fearful of the hammer. You gotta know the cooldowns roughly. Not exact timing, just rough idea that hammer's gonna be up, and if I eat that, I could be dead.
And Blaine just tried to tank up that wave with the Raven Shield, but the whole wave knocked it off so quickly that he was never able to stay healthy enough to withstand that pressure from Uyghur and Servo on the left.
No point at this stage trying to block the wave off from the tower line. 2 minions will probably die before you and your teammate kill the rest, and you get a little bit of gold anyway from the tower. It's not a massive amount, but it's no harm, you know? Like, just let it happen in the early stages. Once you're a bit more tanky, you got a couple of items online, sure, freeze the wave, you'll be okay.
Definitely in a bit of trouble, but jukes out that Ricochet stun. Could have been an all-in potential from kill, but probably not quite enough damage. Fafnir is so tanky at this stage of the game because he's just got so much gold in hand after that assist. That remember, his passive allows him to get extra protections for his golden hand, so that's what keeps him nice and healthy in the early game.
Greedy dwarf, that's what I call it. Because he gets bonus gold for minions dying around him too. Not only that, like, he gets so much gold as a support character.
His passive has been nerfed heavily, and it's still insane.
Oh, yeah. And I think it will be for months and months to come, as it stands. 1-1 in this game, though. A bit more of an even game than last time round. A lot of that kind of started because of the invade from Servo. But, as you can see by the graphs, I guess I'm wrong, because Servo was still in control.
Yeah, I mean, Dank Salami got the first one in game 1 as well. It was kind of around this time, so no surprise that they're sticking true through this early game. The early game doesn't seem to really be a problem for them. They seem to farm well enough. I mean, jungler a little bit behind in Vision Eyes right now. Same could be said for Damo, but you kind of expect that for Isis versus Thoth in the early game. But it's that grouping stage that Dank Salami seem to really struggle with so far.
Well, let's see what happens once everyone hits their ultimates. And at the moment, the only one that's missing their ultimate is going to be Mr. Anderson this time around on the Odin. That's an ult you definitely want for these team fights around the mid area. Especially because it sets up Houyi so well with that ultimate too.
It's a great 2v2 fight composition in the duo lane, which is a good idea because, as you mentioned, in game 1, Dank Salami, we're doubling down on Reagan in the duo lane, kind of keeping him in the 2v1 spot, but Reagan was actually the one playing aggressive. He didn't seem to mind too much. He's got to be careful now, though, with a combination like that Odin Cage and Bird Bomb.
Bit of a trap in the jungle here, set up nicely in this jungle that walked into it. However, he is the Susano, so the mobility and that speed buff around his waist will get away just in time. But the red buff now can be invaded by We Gone Servo, sorry.
Typhoon comes through, but doesn't quite knock off Swifty, but he gets stunned, has to drop the circle of protection in response, but Sunbreaker just kind of charging up that ultimate for him.
Could have been a much better situation here for Dank Salami if Odin was level 5, would have had that ring available to help put some pressure on. Bit of over-aggression there in the mid lane though by Jungler, punishes Damo the Dank more than anything because he came around to support the over-aggression. And he's out of mana, nearly dies, has to use his beads.
We and Servo are like, oh man, that's a stun on Envisionize. We got to back. Oh wait, his stun's down. Oh yeah, let's just kill him. And they don't kill him, but they at least chase out the purification beads and force him very, very low.
Now more pressure in the mid lane for the time being here. Jungler just trying to farm up, and with that, everyone's just slowly going to recall back to base. Full boots coming through from most of the characters. You can already see Reagan stacking up that Devourer's Gauntlets on the Rama, whereas Skill 88 has finished his whole boot. So I like the idea of his mobility. Make sure he stays a little bit safer because he didn't do so well last game, so safer option.
Exactly, and this is the better kill potential early on. Eventually, he'll want those Devourer's Gauntlet stacks, but if you want to kill this ROM early with the Houyi ult and Odin Ring combo, then this is the way to do it. Go for the boots, get your... oh no, he sold him. Okay, we're all trolling.
Both wrong.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Oh wow. But yeah, I mean, you know, get the stacks online is still important anyway, and we're not going to discredit that. You could go devs or you could go boots. Maybe he pressed tab and checked out what Reagan bought and thought, yeah, I can equal that. He's not too many stacks behind as of this second, but there will be a power advantage for Servo for a little while in that lane.
Man, Reagan's level 8 though. I mean, he is pretty far ahead at just a couple solo waves, a couple buffs go his way. I mean, they've been... We Servo has been consistently invading the enemy purple buff, and that's where you see this level experience really coming from in their favor.
Yeah, I do think Rama as a whole, as a character, kind of fell from grace a little bit because of Hachiman. Yeah. Because Hachiman brings a lot of what Rama does too, but now, pressure on Reagan, nice little gank attempt, ring is down, ultimate is down. And don't worry about getting hit by that snipe. I love the Sun's waiting below, the Beast trying to break the slow. But Reagan could be dead here. He's doing a good job of juking around. Nice collapse from Kill 88. However, could be a turnaround if Fafnir could find one of those abilities not to be. And now it could be a bit of an overextension from Destiny. What?
The bleed. It's got that bleed. Destiny's dead here. Jungler able to come in and get the cleanup kill. Really nice patience there by Kill on the bottom side. As Damo gets soloed down in the mid lane, even without the ultimate usage.
Arigato. Jungler one hit from Death, pulls in his target. If that auto would have hit, it would have been a different story, but Salami in this fight, the shield was up and took damage reflect there, did kill 88. They're both going to have to back to base, but in he comes again.
Oh, but the ricochet! See you later, Envisionize. That, congratulations, you played yourself.
He didn't envisionize that one, did he?
No, he certainly did not. Well played, Graham.
Well, thank you. 4-3 in the final week of Phase 2 in Oceania. We've got Dank Salami, We Gone Servo up a little bit over Dank Salami, even though the kills are basically in favor of Dank Salami. Good little start for We Gone Servo yet again. They dominate game 1. It was over in 20 minutes.
Yeah, this just feels like, again, the kills are there so far for Dank Salami, but their objective play hasn't quite yet been there. But this time around, they secure their own purple. That's a good start. Envisionize had an option of just invading red and purple, but instead tries to blink in and kill both members of Dank Salami that were low, and instead gets ricocheted into the grave. So punished heavily for his greed there.
And now with that, it's just going to be a bit of a farming up. Is that fully stacked Book of Toth already? Mid lane for Swifty?
No, I think he just bought it.
Okay, I was like, no way.
Yeah, there's no way it's fully stacked.
It's because there's no stacks in it. It looks like it's complete, you know? You expect to see
now
like,
it has that
number.
evolved
It does.
sort of thing. Yeah, see, he just got his first 2 stacks. So still a big power spike for him at this point in the game to get this. I wonder if he's going to go for Book of the Dead next. We saw Wolfie go for that.
Well, he's going to go for the Golf Fury first.
Game. Yeah, why not?
Circle of Protection is available, one of the best ultimates for securing objectives if you can time it right. And boom goes the Dynamite Saw. They'll get it. You saw the ult come out from Damo the Dank, but didn't find it in time. And now Mr. Anderson's on the run again. Not going to die this time round, though, so does manage to escape, but win for Gar Servo.
Very close for Dank Salami that they don't steal that away or lose a member there. So one way they're probably disappointed about, the other they're probably happy about. So overall, not too bad. This is what WeGar and Servo's composition does very well. Pressure Gold Furies in the early game. Between Isis and Fafnir, it's very difficult to keep a lid on those objectives in the early game.
You know, I like Book of Top out of all the items that stack. For the simple reason is because it feels like you're turning pages as you stack it. So it's like when you get a kill, it's like, I have read this page, I can now move on. It doesn't really work with like Devourer's Gauntlets, you know? Like, not the same way.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but for that reason, shouldn't you just like love Thoth because he actually does turn the pages? Like his ultimate is that he turns the pages and reads them in order to kill you.
That's true.
That's pretty cool.
Sean is actually being a man-mountain in this lane, causing some problems. Jungler's wrapping around the back. A level behind. He comes under the tower, takes tower pressure. Yeah, Shield still up. Eats too many tower shots. Yeah. Respect the tier 1 tower, jungler. If you're a jungler, don't be in the lane anyway.
Yeah, that was not the play.
And now he's baited Sean as well into a terrible fight. This is an awkward situation to be in now if you are Salami. They're trying to turn it around with the pressure from Damo the Dank, but he can't find that ultimate, unfortunately. Just juked out by Servo.
Blaine very worried about the potential damage from that Circle of Protection. Can't really blame him. It's down 4 levels right now, has no magical protection. That it feels like that's an opportunity to just jump up and down on Swifty with the Bird Bomb and maybe kill him, but that he would have popped from the damage from Circle of Protection. So can't blame him for jumping out instead.
Would like to see a bit of a man fight between the 2 hunters there, but they're just farming up as always. We don't see enough 1v1s these days in the hunter role. Why? I mean, so scared nowadays? Is that what it is?
Well, it's because hunters feel like they don't do anything in the early game, but they clearly do against one another. Yeah, I agree. I think that, look, in competitive play, if someone gets soloed, they probably just messed up. Yeah. You don't see players at this level get soloed often.
I just want to see them fight, you know? Like,
I agree with you, but you should, I mean, you can spectate some, like, silver or gold games, you'll probably see a lot of hunters getting soloed.
My games, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
A bit of overextension though from Reagan here, a bit overconfident. He's got to avoid this ricochet that could come through. Nice leap to set up the ricochet, but a good beat from Reagan to deny the opportunity, and the crit did come through. Reagan trapped in, and now good night, sweet Ho Yi. You will be missed.
Ooh, Bird Bomb's good, but the cage falls, and so he starts to lifesteal up. One more auto. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson. Another double kill for Reagan. No way he gets out of this one.
Oh, what? How is he still alive?
No. Okay.
To the ultimate.
Oh, boy.
Dan got very annoyed that he was like, are you joking me? That cost him 4 ultimates to kill.
And they still almost didn't get it. Your boy Sean still alive. I think he's out of there.
He's on the run. KO might be able to give chase though still with the salmon leap. And the damage needs one more hit. Okay. We'll use the ult. KO gets himself a kill.
Maybe just the 2 would have done it, but better safe than sorry. 30% CDR for the Sobek, so he's going to have that charge prey up soon. So probably a better decision to use that Spear of Immortal Pain.
What a great name.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Stabby stab.
It doesn't stab, though. He, like, he hits you in the ankles.
Is it in the ankle?
Yeah, that's how I imagine it. You just get hit so hard in the leg that you, like, pop up into the air.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the one. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Is it? No. That's.
I was like stabby stab.
No, Spear of Immortal Pain is the ultimate. Isn't that a funny thought though? That like it's the Spear of Immortal Pain, but the Immortal Pain is you getting whacked in the ankle really hard with it.
I mean, it counts as Achilles then, right?
Yeah, that's true.
See?
That would be OP.
See?
But only when he's facing the wrong way.
It should one-shot Achilles. That's what should happen.
Any ability that seems to hit low.
You know, when Achilles was coming out, I tried to pitch the idea that he couldn't be killed or take damage, but he would get one shot if he got hit in the back. I think that's a pretty cool idea. But
Loki counterpick confirmed.
Yeah, Loki would be great against Achilles. That wouldn't surprise you, would it?
No, I suppose not.
Makes a lot of sense. Swifty's in a bit of trouble in that mid lane on the run from Jungler, who's giving chase. He has the mobility to do so, but he's a little bit too concerned. Bird Bomb comes through from Blaine, and the Vision Eyes trapped inside. Ultimate channel by Jungler. Didn't look for the kill on Isis. Instead, he went for the knockups, and instead, to double kill for an Envision Eyes, who had already had a decent lead.
It was a really good pre-beads there from Envision Eyes. I don't mind that call from Jungler to use it as a knockup, trying to find the 1v1 in the cage, but it was the pre-beads that made the difference there for Envision Eyes, allowed him to stay on his feet and make plays happen.
Well, obviously we were talking about the leagues coming through for the SGS, and I think we'll see WeGone Servo in there. At least multiple members of this team, whether on the same team or not, is the real question. Do you reckon they stay together?
I mean, why not? I mean, there are some players in OCE that have done very well for themselves so far. Mingyu obviously is having a pretty good year, but there are some other. I mean, why make a change right now if you're WeGone Servo? You're playing very well.
I mean, we saw Mingyu at the World Championships as well. I believe he was tried to fight Barracuda in that 1v1. I loved the balls on him, but at the same time, it was just a little bit too much.
But it's an interesting proposition, right? To just every time someone brings up Mingyu, you think of that 1v1 against Barracuda, right where we're standing right now by the purple buff, and how Mingyu goes in and Barra just kind of gives him the look like,
what?
Really?
Yeah.
You really want to? Okay.
Hey, that's a big scalp to have, though.
That is.
That's a huge scalp. If you can like solo Barracuda
on the world stage
in front of all those fans, you're making a name for yourself. So fair play to the lad, you know? I'd have done the same thing.
No, you know that.
I'd have just soloed him because Barra's easy.
Okay, first of all, what? Secondly,
I mean, this season he is.
In the hotel the night before, he's like, "Yo, guys, do you mind if I just suicide trying to solo Barracuda at least once?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay. We're probably not gonna win anyways. You could go for it."
Sure, you can't come in with that level of confidence, you know? You gotta be excited.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Jungler. Chop suey.
But it was OCE on the world stage, like.
It was. Now the Sun's Ring down on Vision Eyes, but the shield prevents most of that damage, and Swifty around the corner puts more pressure on, and Kill 88 was looking for the kill instead. He got handed a trip back to base with the Circle of Protection. And with KO over here, this is pressure for the Dank, who's had to use his beads. Age is still available, trying to hold on to it. Held on to it just a little bit too late there, and he'll still fall down.
As on the left-hand side, Reagan gets a tier 1 tower. It's when it rains, it pours.
Your boy versus the world. Come on, Sean, try and survive. Thorns is going to not prevent too much damage, really. Tail Whip, not good enough to prevent Swifties. Nice little damage coming through there as Wingust. Knock up immune.
Ooh, oh, what a Spirit Ball, though, from Swifty. Predicted the blink forward. Still dead to Jungler, but at least it allows WeGone Servo to get a kill in return. Swifty's played very well so far, this set, both on the Isis and on the Giannis.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see him continue to this year.
Swifty Reagan definitely stand out so far on this team from what I've seen today.
And Vision Eyes as well.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah,
I'd agree. Bit over-aggressive, but I guess when your team's, you know, this far ahead, you can start doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he seems to have gained a lot of confidence, at least in his play this year. I mean, he was on that team last year that came to Worlds and was very much kind of awestruck by everything that was going around him. It was really cool to watch, and he's been streaming a little bit as the community days on high-res TV and that kind of stuff. I've been watching a little bit there, and really, really cool dude. Certainly check him out if you get a chance.
On high-res TV, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
On high-res TV.
All right. I'll have to check in.
You should. He's a nice guy.
It's probably in Oz times, though, as well.
Yeah, but my sleep schedule's so messed up. Like, there's a lot of times where I'm up at like 3:30 and I want to check out what's going on.
I'm up at that time just because I'm
SMITE world.
trying to play some ranked after the day of casting.
You're up at 3:30 playing ranked?
Yeah. Whew. Sometimes.
Where's the responsible adult Hindu man?
Still am. I mean, I'm trying to do a full-time job and also keep up with the job I'm doing. It's your boy. He's in a bit of trouble once again. Damo the Dark has to dash away, gets a good stun off. Around the corner, Vision Eyes was coming, but doesn't want to keep the aggression going. Sean's going to try and help heal his team. Does a good job of that, but that element we need to talk about.
Yeah, it wasn't what?
It wasn't Dank.
No.
Far from it.
Maybe it was Damo?
Arigato.
Mr. Damo?
No. Damo Arigato is where I was going with that.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it going. By the way, I really want to, I'm going to go back and record you going, "It's your boy," and use that, and then use that as your ringtone for whatever you call to yell at me for something.
Never going to call it.
Yeah, but if you do, or even text me, or your
I don't text you.
or DM me. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
You can't do that.
That would be a
DMs.
great notification sound for you only.
It's your boy. Looks like Damo the Dag not going to escape that. His beats were available, but just didn't get a chance to use it in time.
Base
CC
race.
Train 2, good. We do have a base race on, but this isn't a race I think that the Dank Salami want to take.
Wait, where did he go?
He
Juggler was there, and then he was not in
This
the blink of an eye.
was the final week of SGS in Oceania.
Open bracket no longer next year, or next split rather. It
Next
will
year.
be
Ooh.
no next split.
I know they're a bit ahead, Oceania, but they're not that far ahead.
No, yeah, I mean only by a little bit. It's next split. They'll have that league, and I'm excited to see how well Uyghur and Servo can do, because clearly they've got a ton of talent there.
And to be fair, some of the members of Salami didn't look terrible. He's going to work on synergy, work on some early game issues.
No, that's my boy Sean. He was killing it.
I think Sean did really well.
He did pretty well for himself.
Good little work there today, and that means that Uyghur and Servo take this phase of phase 2, so earn themselves a nice bit of prizing. And we'll get to see one of the Oceania teams come to the land shortly as well to take on the best from the other regions alongside Europe and North America.
Yeah, excited to see how they can do. It's always a great opportunity for these teams, and they haven't seen a lot of success, particularly Oceania, at these international lands. But every year they get a little bit better. It feels like, even if the expectations aren't as high as they used to be with the old LG Direwolf squad, that international level of play just raises your own internal play so much.
Well, with that, I guess it's time for us to bid you adieu. Later on today, we've got some SPL coming at you as always, and make sure you tune in for that. That's live on Mixer as always. But for now, take it easy, be nice to each other, and we'll see you later on today for some SPL North America.
Nothing ever comes to me, yeah, in a steady stream. But you gotta keep on going. You gotta live that dream. I know I ain't supposed to feel